Of Game of Thrones. Now, for those of you who don't watch Game of Thrones, where the fuck have you been? It's like it's just amazing. Now, being a big Lord of the Rings fan, I love Game of Thrones. I've not read much of George R. R. Martin's novels. I read some of the first one. Again, I was a big Lord of the Rings fan. I read all those and The Hobbit. But Game of Thrones is the HBO series. I've seen it all, and we're talking about tonight's episode. Now, tonight's episode, it started off okay. Not much happened, but in the final 5-10 minutes, it all kicked off, and it was absolutely phenomenal. And it made me, it just made me ecstatic for next week. Now, when Game of Thrones obviously is quite renowned for having twists and turns and surprises, and that's no different with this latest episode. It's been a bit slow the last couple of episodes. It's been building up to a big battle involving, trial by death, involving Tyrion Lannister, because they think he killed King Joffrey. Yeah, this is a spoiler alert video. So Tyrion Lannister is one of my favourite characters, and well, none of us want him to die. But at the end of this episode, we actually see the battle, and the two combatants start to fight. One of them is absolutely enormous. I can't remember his name, actually, because he's not an important character. And one of them, not so enormous. Again, I can't really remember his name. He's a prince of somewhere. Again, he was never really established as an important character. He was in it, and you sort of saw him off as quite a slick sort of badass. But you didn't see him a whole great deal. But you find out he agreed to fight for Tyrion because the guy that you knew he was going to be fighting against raped and killed his mother and killed their children, obviously excluding him. So during the battle, he is completely destroying this guy. He's darting about him, hitting him with a spear, taking him out, and really well choreographed, just to add there. I mean, I'm one for good choreography. And in the final minutes, he stabs the guy. He stabs his opponent right through the stomach and gets him to the ground. And you think, oh, he's got this. He's completely won. He is won. No two ways about it. But then, out of nowhere, his demand for a confession of what this man did gets the better of him, and he gets his opponent grabs his foot, punches him in the jaw, knocking all of his teeth out, more or less, and then gets on top of him and sticks both his thumbs in his eyes and confesses, and then says he's going to do it to him, and his head explodes. And it was absolutely, honestly, it was brilliant. It was